Saydnaya Prison, located in Syria, is notorious for its brutal treatment of detainees. In this emotional and heartfelt video, a former prisoner shares his personal story of survival and hope from inside the prison walls. With tear-jerking details, he recounts the harsh conditions, human rights abuses, and inhumane treatment he endured during his time at Saydnaya. This powerful and touching testimony is a must-watch for anyone interested in human rights, social justice, and the realities of life inside one of the world's most feared prisons. Get ready to be moved by this former detainee's courageous story of resilience and survival.
Huge numbers happened in the year SIDA. I want to reduce it, meaning it's true there aren't executions of 200 to 300 every week, but it's not enough for people to think we are exaggerating. But no, by God, we only mentioned a small part. There are many things I'm ashamed or afraid to talk about on camera. Many things happen in Saydnaya Prison, folks. Saydnaya Prison truly is a human slaughterhouse in every sense of the word. I swear I am not exaggerating. It moved me to hear a sound opening the legislation if we talk about putting them textually. These two moves put them in the middle, put them in halves. One was killed, both were killed. Bring one out, and the second came out today.
Yes.
I was an imam and preacher at the Al-Sahaba Mosque in the village of Noli at the time of the arrest. Of course, this was the beginning. I mean, it was dated on the 27th of 2011. There was nothing, there were no weapons. I mean, it was all peaceful demonstrations. Of course, we as religious figures, our main concern was to save lives in the mosque. I almost established a large institute to teach medical first aid. And in our farms, we tried to establish some field hospitals. Of course, about my work, I am also a trainer in human development, a certified trainer, a member of the Training and Signaling Academy, and I was the director of the ASR Training Center and Human Capacity Development. So my work nature involves a lot of traveling abroad, and I had programs on Damascus Radio. For example, I had the Warm House. I had the book at home on Farah FM radio. And I also had a program called The Art of Communication with the Ruler of Time. So I had an interview on the radio with one of the ministers. And there was Hafa Jaber. And I had the journalist with me from the Al Thawra newspaper. It was as if my invitation to the radio was, let's say, try changing the idea of the youth. I mean, these are the channels of misguidance in their opinion, of course, at that time. And how it is possible that we can save the youth from these subconscious pieces of information entering their minds. So I had a phrase that I remember well now, and I said, my teacher, so allow me to address the Minister of Information. And I direct this question to him. Why is Syrian television single-minded? Why does he always lean with his system and a national television for all the people? So why don't we have a man from the opposition and a man from the loyalists hand in hand, and the people are the ones who govern? At that time, I interrupted the conversation and she said, God willing, as if now I feel like I am being pressured as an individual. Of course, I had communication with the outside in Apekmas, and perhaps one of the few in rural Damascus who had such contact, specifically with Saudi Arabia, with some youth. The Syrians present in Saudi Arabia coordinate among us as long as there's opposition. They brought the revolutionary device from them. So there was a follow-up on this issue in a somewhat professional intelligence manner. I was lured to the airport road and was arrested on the airport road near the 7th Bridge Factory. At that time, I was taken to the Air Force Intelligence in Meze to the investigation branch. We were transferred on the 2nd of February 2012 from the Air Force Intelligence to Saydnaya Central Prison. However, the surprising thing about this was that only 4 or 5 people got out of there. More than 110 or 105 people were executed or killed.
Thank you.
At dawn, I was tied to the door. I entered at 12:30 at night. At dawn, they had me tied to the door for what they say is 21 days. Not just that, you are tied up and it doesn't end. Meaning they pour hot water over you that doesn't boil, or with